comes to unemployment taxes. We must become more competitive with our neighbors if we want to bring real jobs into the state of Idaho. And in order to do that, that means reducing tax barriers that make Idaho less attractive for businesses to locate here or expand here. Another important issue that I plan on addressing is the grocery tax. This is a regressive tax that unfairly affects the poorest among us because it taxes a basic necessity, which is food. Our neighbors, Oregon and Washington, don't charge tax on groceries, and neither should we. It would go a long way to reducing the cost of living if we were to eliminate the grocery tax. I also support taking control of our federal lands, taking back control of the lands that are controlled right now by the federal government. This is not a fringe issue. This is actually an issue that's gaining quite a bit of steam lately. In fact, on Friday, 50 political leaders from 9 western states met, including Speaker of the House, John Bedke, to talk about this issue. And one of the things that John mentioned is that our state-managed lands have suffered less damage and less degradation to our watersheds than the lands managed by federal agencies. And this is an important issue, and it also comes to resources. You know, if we can't access those resources, then they don't do us any good. Letting them go up in fires is not the right thing to do. So I'm a firm believer that we need to take back control, and I think we need to follow Utah's example and demand that Congress turn over lands back to the state. When it comes to healthcare, I oppose the state exchange, and I favor repeal. Now, the reality is that we have absolutely no control over how healthcare is administered in the state of Idaho. Our website is a portal that links directly to healthcare.gov. And in fact, we still have to cover abortion bills. On that note, my opponent, Mr. Representative Malik, he actually voted against an amendment that would have prevented employers from being forced to pay for abortion bills. For somebody that declares himself pro-life and a conservative, I find that troubling. I hope the rest of you do too, because that's a contraindication. In North Idaho, and actually in Idaho in general, we have legislators that run as conservatives to get elected, and then they vote like liberals once they're in office. Many of these people do not even try to hide it. Representative Malik didn't even bother to fill out the GOP platform survey and turn it in. I think that's highly irregular for a person that claims to be Republican. A lot of the issues that we face right now, they're not conservative versus moderate issues. They're not even right versus left issues. They're right versus wrong issues. It's wrong for the federal government to control 61% of our state lands. It's wrong to force employers to pay for birth control pills, for abortion pills. And it's wrong for people to run as conservative Republicans, but then vote and legislate like liberal Democrats. Please help me make things right this year. When I'm elected to represent you in Boise, I will not compromise my morals, my principles, or my values in order to climb the political ladder or to attain political favor. I'm a conservative Republican, and I ask your support this year in this primary election. Thank you very much.